Welcome back to IntyCenter, everybody, for a whip around Fideuce. Only 2 days worth of baseball this week, 3 games for all teams, thanks to the mega day of doubleheaders right before what I'm sure is going to be an incredibly quiet, disappointing trade deadline where everybody decides to just stand still and disappoint me to the max. But before we get to that level of disappointment, let's go ahead and do another whip around Fideuce. And we start with John McGraw, who led off the bottom of the first inning with a homer. Wouldn't be that bad of a news for Northern Shores, though, as Cy Young largely settled in after that. And Gales of November found themselves down 2-1 entering the ninth. Bullet Rogan gets a one-out single to tie the game, but Carlos Correa pinch hits and hits into an inning-ending double play to keep them from getting more. They'd pay for that, as in the bottom of the ninth, Ted Williams pinch hit and got a walk-off 2-run homer. I'm sorry, a walk-off should just be a solo shot. Yeah, whatever. I got my COVID booster and a flu shot today. I'm going to make errors on IntyCenter, and I'm not even drinking. That kind of sucks. Anyways, a shack of their own wins the opener 3-2. However, they got there. Ted Williams pinch hit and got him there. Just trust me on that much, or read the box scores if you don't trust me. Whitey Ford was great for Cynthia Vostenard. He gave up 1 run on 4 hits in a complete game, walking 2, fanning 5. George Foster homered, and Trey Turner, Carlton Fisk each had 2 RBI. Sithy take the opener off the enhancer 6-1. Speaking of Sithy, Justin Verlander continues to look like Justin Verlander for Ciorak, as opposed to looking like the Wish.com version of himself that he was for Sithy. Verlander goes 8 strong innings against the Family Madrigal. He gives up 2 runs, only one of them earned on 8 hits. Bert Campaneris had 3 hits and 3 RBI. Steel Tiger Cranes win 10-2. Max Scherzer update. He still has more eye colors, that's 2, than wins on the season. That's only 1. He gives up 3 runs on 4 hits, but he does walk 5 in just 5 innings. He drops to 1-9 on the year. The bandwagoners fall to Game of Throws 5-3. Hey, don't blink, or Honus Wagner might get another base hit while you're not looking. Wagner lit up amazing. He got 4 hits, 3 RBI, 3 runs scored. Tom Seaver got chased in the 4th inning, and Stone Temple Seattle Pilots top amazings 12-8. Rogers Hornsby hit a 2-run homer in the top of the 1st, and the Orange Barrels jumped out to a 6-0 lead after 3. Mike Trout would jumpstart a comeback for Let's Play 2 with a 2-run homer of his own, but it would fall just short as Interstate 75 takes it 6-4. We end day 1 this week with Fernando Valenzuela looking good in his first game back from injury. He gives up 3 runs on 5 hits. Unfortunately for him, the Demon Bags actually needed him to be fucking perfect because they couldn't score a goddamn run. Chris Sale tossed 8 shutout innings. Louis Tiant finishes it off, and the Baby Yodas take that opener 3-0. And now we go on to the record-setting day of July 30th with 14 games of baseball, all recapped for you here on IntyCenter. And we start, where else? The Not an Ace Showdown, which appropriately definitely looked like it featured 0 aces or anything close to an ace. Ciorak scores 5 times in the 1st inning. They get 6 runs off starter Tex Houston, who lasts just 2 innings for Family Madrigal. Garrett Cole goes 5 1/3 innings. He gives up 6 runs on 10 hits. The game is decided by the bullpens, and in the 8th inning, Madrigal got 3 off Sparky Lyle. Bert Dorr works around a leadoff walk in the 9th, and Madrigal wins it 9-8. The other game between these two also had no aces. Ciorak jumps out to a 3-0 lead in the 1st in that one, though only to find themselves trailing by 6-3 after 1 inning. Kevin Brown lasts just 3 1/3 innings, but that makes him look like an Iron Man compared to the 1 1/3 Denny McClain went. Hines, Glasscock, Gore, and Riley all homer for Madrigal. They take it 13-5. Now, we all know that a shack of their own loves breaking Northern Shore's hearts, which is the result you expect when I tell you that Tris Speaker hit a sac fly in the bottom of the 10th inning in Game 1. Lucky for Gales in November, they had scored 4 runs in the top of the 10th, aided by an E8 a 2-run pinch hit double from Bullet Rogan, and they get the 7-4 win in 10. And another reminder, Bullet Rogan above average at both pitching and hitting. Second game of the doubleheader didn't have as much drama, didn't have as much fun for Gales in November. Hal Newhouser, famously of the 1954 Cleveland Indians, who I will remind you still own the record for best winning percentage in AL history. He tossed a complete game, 5-hit shutout, a shack of their own win that one 6-0. Pedro Guerrero hit a 3-run homer as part of a 5-run 7th inning for Game of Throws. That was enough, even though they didn't do much the rest of the game. And they take the day game versus the Bandwagoners 6-4. In the nightcap, the Throws got a 2-run homer from who else? Home Run Baker as part of a 3-run 9th, and they take an 8-7 lead, and they look to sweep. But a Derek Jeter sac fly ties the game in the bottom of the 9th, and exactly one pitch later, Joe Mauer walks it off with a 3-run homer. The Bandwagoners take it 11-8, and they go out and celebrate the absolute nothing that their crypto cash is worth. Roberto Clemente hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 8th to put Let's Play 2 up 7-5 on the Interstate 75 Orange Barrels. They'd make that hold up and take the game by that score. In the second game of the Twin Bill, it's the OBs, the Orange Barrels, getting a big hit to break up a late tie. Gavi Kravath hits a bases loaded, bases clearing double in the top of the 9th. In that one inning, it went from 4-4 to 8-4. Let's Play 2 did get an RBI triple from Sammy Sosa in the bottom of the 9th. Nothing else. And the Barrels earned the split with that 8-5 win. Bob Feller gave up a 2-run first inning, including an RBI triple by Honus Wagner. Man, Wagner is killing the Masons right now. Feller would give up no more runs the rest of his night. Unfortunately for him and Amazings, his bullpen existed. Willie Mays hit a grand slam off Josh Hader, and Stone Temple Seattle Pilots take the opener of the doubleheader 8-4. Second game wouldn't even give Amazings the faint lie of false hope, though. Edgar Martinez hit a 2-run homer. Pudge Rodriguez hit a 3-run homer. Both of those happened in the 4th inning, and the Pilots get the sweep via a 7-3 win. Joe DiMaggio had 4 hits, and he and Stan Musial each drove in a pair. Pud Galvin got chased after 3 2/3 inning after giving up 5 runs on 9 hits, and Cynthia of Ostenard take the opener 6-4 over the Enhancers. Both teams got some big starts in the nightcap, though. Larry Walker hit a 2-run homer in the top of the 1st. Babe Ruth answered with a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 1st. Hack Wilson puts the Enhancers back on top with a solo homer in the 4th, but Scythie tie it up on a Lou Whitaker sac fly in the bottom of the inning. Scythie take the lead in the 5th on an RBI ground out from Ruth. They get a couple insurance runs in the 6th on singles from Joe Medwick and Trey Turner, and they get the win. They sweep the series and the doubleheader with a 6-3 win. And we're going to end by talking about the Demon Bags, the San Francisco 6 Demon Bags of Chinatown. What a tremendous display of pitching. They play a doubleheader. They give up 3 runs, and in the 2 games combined, they only allow 4 hits. Of course, they only won one of those games. The first game was a heartbreaker loss for Grasshopper Jim. He gave up 2 runs, only one of them earned on just 1 hit over 8 innings. He drops a 2-1 decision thanks to the pitching of Jake Arrieta, the additional pitching from the Kirby guy from Nintendo, plus a costly error from Jackie Robinson. In the second game, the Demon Bags get 8 innings from Johan Santana. He allows 1 run on just 3 hits. This time they do get some offense. Albert Pujols, Al Rosen, they each drive in a pair of runs. Diamondbacks salvage the split with a 5-1 victory. That's going to do it for IntyCenter. Go out there, each other, blow up your text messages, blow up your private messages, make some trades happen because it is time for the trade deadline. We'll catch you on the other side of it for the next episode of Fiduce or IntyCenter, Fiduce, IntyCenter. You know what the line is, whatever.